We're live?
What's happening?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 8 of Drink with Devs.
Episode
Maybe
8
we
already.
should call it 8.5 because I think we may have been live there for like 1 second. Leave the room for 1 second.
Yep.
I have a new guest. Call you David.
You can call me David.
Call
Yeah.
you David.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
It would be correct.
We'll get into what you do in 1 second, but first we're going to make a couple of martinis. I conveniently forgot it's 2-1 for gin and vermouth, right?
Sure.
So, check that?
Yep. Sure.
Okay. I feel like a bartender today.
I actually was a bartender at one point.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't make a lot of
Let's
martinis.
do 1.5. Let's just do this, and then we'll share it. Right?
Sure.
Is this how this works?
Yeah. Sure.
Worst bartender ever. Okay. Is there going to be enough room for it to shake? Is the real question.
Oh, you're
Yes.
spilling.
Perfect.
You got it all over your cards.
Please don't. I just don't want it to explode everywhere.
Look at you go.
How's this for you? Is this good?
Yeah. No, it's good for me.
Okay. All right. I think that's good, right?
That's probably.
Can I do it at the bar?
I mean, it's like this big. It's, oh.
Let's pop the top. All right.
Okay.
Good job. Just a touch. Just a touch of
Oh, it's so fancy.
Right?
So fancy.
Look at this.
it. Except for the fact that I'm dripping everywhere.
A
with this thing.
significant portion of this martini is on the table.
No, it's fine.
It's well.
Everything is fine.
Okay.
There you go.
There it is. Hey.
Hey, I did it.
Would you look at that?
I made a drink. Right?
Dreams do come true.
It happens. Cheers. To
Cheers.
Pop Farm. It's all right.
Tastes like a martini.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
I mean, yeah.
I feel like it could be a little more stiff, but
Well,
interesting. If you have a better recipe for martinis, post it in the comments because I have no idea what I'm doing. There probably could have been bitters in there.
I don't think you put bitters.
One recipe I saw did. I
Oh.
thought that was stupid. All right, let's get down to it.
All right.
Remember, folks at home, you can post your own comments. You can ask David anything you want. Keep it related to him. Less so about Pot Farm because we have our Pot Farm show every week on Tuesday at 4:20. And let's just go. So, David, what do you do here at Eastside Games?
I am a designer on our live ops team. I
Yeah.
work almost exclusively on Pot Farm Grassroots,
Mhm.
which is our mobile title. Yeah, that's it.
And you started on Grassroots in design, right?
I didn't. I started
QA.
community.
You really climbed the ladder.
Yeah, I started community Pot Farm, community grassroots, then QA Pot Farm, QA grassroots, and then design Pot Farm, design grassroots.
Wow.
I just kind of bounced back and forth between the two games
Cool.
with each position. Yeah.
And how long did that journey take you?
I've been working here a little less than 2 years now, I believe.
That's pretty
it'll
good.
It'll be 2 years
For 2
in
years,
November, I think.
Impressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Was design always where you wanted to be?
It was, yeah. I was pretty upfront about that. Like right when I got hired, is I wanted to be a designer, which I think is part of why, my managers were pretty cool about moving me sort of more towards that goal as positions opened up, kind of in QA and then design as well. So yeah,
It's a pretty big bonus.
yeah.
How did you get into the industry in the first place?
I
The game
went
industry, that
in
is.
the game industry,
Yeah.
as opposed to the
Food industry?
Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, like pretty much everybody here, I've always loved games. I've always wanted to be involved in them in some way. But I grew up in southern Alberta, and there's really not much of an industry out there.
Alberta?
Alberta.
Where's that?
It's it's east of BC.
There you have it, folks.
Yep. Yeah, there's not really much of an industry down there, so I didn't really think that was kind of, like it was really a job you could have, basically.
Yeah.
It just seemed like people just make games somewhere far away. I don't really know how to get involved in it or do any of that. So
the only place in Alberta I can think of right now is BioWare.
Yeah, they're up in Edmonton, but I think I don't know what else there really is up there. There's probably some indie studios up there, but mostly just BioWare. So yeah, I went to university in Southern Alberta to get a history degree and decided I didn't want to be a historian professionally, so I just started kind of looking around for game design schools, seeing kind of where I could go, and there's a school here in Vancouver called Vancouver Film School that has a pretty good game design program, so I moved out here, went to Vancouver Film School Game Design, and then once I was done a year there, I actually got hired here almost 2 or 3 weeks out of school.
Fresh out.
Yeah.
Get them while they're young.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny because I feel like everyone here moves to Alberta for the oil money, and everyone in Alberta moves here for the tech industry.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting little swap.
Little swap.
They get the muscle, we get the nerds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good trade.
We have a few comments and questions coming in.
Okay.
Terry has left a stiff and dry martini recipe.
Ooh.
So it's a 1/3 part vermouth, a 1/3 part green olive juice, and then 3 parts vodka.
Okay.
And then Judy, she says that she's a designer, but she doesn't have any animation experience, and she wants to know if all of the designers at Eastside Games need that skill.
Nope. We have a group of very talented artists that create all the art, that create the animations, all of our UI mock-ups, everything, and they're the ones that take care of that. Typically, if you want to be a designer, I mean, the tools we use are pretty simple. We use, Google Sheets, right? We use spreadsheets. A lot of what we do is balancing economies. So we're just doing math all day, which is all just Excel spreadsheets. So it's you don't need to know how to animate at all, really. That's what the artists do.
Yep. There are some people that do it all and make little small indie studios, and that's very impressive.
Yeah,
you don't see that often in the industry.
Yeah, we're a big enough company that you can specialize in the role that you want to do. You don't have to do a bit of everything. I mean,
that is a Harley or something.
That is a loud engine. Like a lot of people here do have kind of multidisciplinary experience. Like I have a lot of, or maybe not a lot of, but some experience doing 3D art and animation and that kind of stuff. But it's definitely not something that I do or that I use in my day-to-day at all.
I know what your dream job is.
What I really love when it comes to games is level design. Creating worlds, creating missions, kind of combining a little bit of narrative design, level design, environment art, getting to tell a story, getting to create, the engagement spaces that the players can interact with. That's definitely something that I love doing, kind of even in my spare time. You go into engines like Unreal or even like the like Halo's Forge or Doom Snap Maps or something like that, just kind of making little maps and stuff. I really enjoy that.
What tool do you like the best for that kind of work?
Oh,
Unreal?
Unreal makes it pretty easy. It has kind of its own little set of random things it likes to do, but it's definitely very easy to be a level designer when you're working with Unreal. But it's not particularly hard to be a level designer with Unity or even other ones like Game Maker or stuff like that. It's all about the tools that you build out for it.
Yeah.
So, and definitely it's a lot of fun if you're wanting to start out being really any designer, but a level designer certainly, get into things like Halo's Forge, which is coming out on PC in the next couple of weeks, I think.
Doom has snap maps?
Doom has snap map. Lots of games, especially kind of first-person shooters and some RTSs as well, will have level editors. And you just got to start messing around in those editors, just kind of making something you think is fun, letting your friends play it, taking the feedback, iterating and iterating and iterating and iterating on it. And that's really just how you get started doing that kind of stuff.
You need to design a pot farm first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Is what you need to do.
Yeah. It's like you know how they have those like air gun launchers. It's like that, but
Yeah, like a
it's
slingshot.
yeah, but it's like that tube, and it's got like an elastic thing at the back, and you fire air out of it. It like fires
yeah.
but like smoke.
You've been thinking about it.
Yeah, nah. I don't know.
That's
Anyway.
awesome. I would play that in a second.
Yeah.
Are there any more questions coming in?
Yeah, Jesse is a huge fan of your beard, and he wants to know like any
luscious. Thank you.
tips or like the treatment that
Tips?
Beard tips.
Beard tips.
Beard
For
tips
your
with David.
beard.
The whole rest of the show. Let's go.
I do use a wax in it,
Mhm.
and I just shampoo and condition it like you do with your hair, basically, and then in the morning before I leave, just give it a comb out so it's not quite so tangly, and then just throw some wax in it.
What are your favorite products?
Oh, I don't know. The
I need a
brands. A bundle?
I need a bundle. I need a David.
I don't know the
David Beard
brand
bundle.
off the top of my head. I actually don't.
There's a lot of comments about how classy the setup is. They're loving the bow tie.
Yeah, I stepped up a
and the
bit.
martinis.
I don't have a bow tie.
Everyone's looking good.
I'm hoping the
Class
resolution isn't like so good that they can see all the liquor I spilled everywhere when
No,
making the drink.
I can't see it on my screen here.
Just put our glasses on top of it. It's the shadow.
It's a coaster.
Yep.
Anything else?
No, that's it for now.
All right. So here at Eastside Games, what is your day-to-day like?
It's my day-to-day like. So on Live Ops we use a ticket system for all the things for all the tasks that we want to get done.
Mm-hmm.
So typically I will find me and the producer and the engineers and artists will have created a set of tasks for things that we want to do. Our producer will have turned those into tickets. At the start of my day, I just kind of go to whatever the top of the backlog is, the most kind of priority thing that needs to be done, and I'll just start working away on it. Typically it involves a lot of balance, kind of like what I was saying before, using spreadsheets in order to figure out sort of the numbers and the math behind what we want to accomplish. Sometimes if we're creating a new feature or something that requires UI, I'll get into Photoshop to create some quick and dirty like gray box mock-ups for the artist to look at and actually make look good.
Oh, cool.
And then
I didn't know you do that.
Yep, and then like I said, it's just literally gray boxes of this is what this is going to be, this is what this is going to be, and then I hand that to the artist and they make it look
Like an actual
like something that actually looks good. And then using like kind of a flow chart app like Lucid Charts or visual design, whatever the Microsoft one is, to do the flow charts for kind of like the user flow between things. And those are really the three things I use in whatever kind of task we're tackling that day. If it's a rebalance of the store or creating new workers or creating the message of the day or something, that's kind of how I go through it.
Neat.
Yeah.
We have a couple more questions.
Fire away.
Deborah wants to know what kind of watch you're wearing, and then also Judy has another designer question, and she wants to know how the artists get that similar pot farm look.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a Moto 360. It's the first generation one because they were on sale, and it's just a fun little smartwatch thing.
All the games on it.
You can play some solitaire on it. Get some solitaire on here for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Tiniest
Just
solitaire
a tiny
ever.
little game of solitaire.
2016.
And as for the artists, so we have we've got a team of artists, and we also have an art director. And
Who we had on?
John was
We
on
had
here?
John on here.
Okay, so his job, he does art, like he actually creates assets as well, but one of his jobs is about creating a unified look for each of the games and making sure that providing examples for and making sure that when the artists create assets that they are creating these assets to a certain specification to match that look.
There is a guideline somewhere.
Yeah, there is a series of guidelines that you have to match, and of course a lot of these games have been out for a while, so when it comes to matching guidelines it can be a bit easier. Certainly on Pop Farm there's a lot of examples of what that art looks like. and grassroots as well. But yeah, a lot of what happens up front when we're creating a game is that art design, that look will be established, and they'll create kind of a guideline that the artists have to follow. Yeah.
Art question for a designer right
Yep.
there.
a lot of art question.
Was there another question?
It was
That was
the
it.
watch and the art design question. Yeah.
When you were working on Pot Farm, either QA or design or whatever the heck, what was your favorite asset that you got to work on?
Oh, there were so many. Oh god, that's a really hard question.
There's a lot.
I should have thought of this
I should
beforehand
have asked you
for
beforehand.
sure. Oh no, I don't know.
Wanna
just
come
trying
back to it?
Yeah, come back to it. Let me think about
Panicking.
it. I am
Don't
full
panic, we're
panicking.
live.
There's so many. I don't want to mess that up.
What is your favorite thing about working at Eastside Games? Everyone's pretty standard here.
Does everybody just say the people?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because that's it. It's honestly just a really. I mean, obviously, just like
Yeah,
a really.
we're having a
It's
good
a fun place to work. It's really nice,
Mhm.
because I've been in jobs where this is not the case, to
Yeah.
where you get to work at a place where people are really passionate about what they're doing. They share a lot of the same interests as you.
Mhm.
It's kind of interesting in a company like in a game design company, because when you work in other places, sometimes the only thing you have in common with people is your job.
Yeah.
But because this is a game studio, everybody loves games, and so not only is it our job, it's also our hobby in a lot of ways. And so there's a lot of crossover on what we like and what we can talk about, completely separate from the work we're doing at the time.
Definitely.
Which is really nice. It makes it really easy to create this kind of atmosphere of everybody getting along and being able to talk about it.
Yeah. Which leads right into our next question. What is your favorite game of all time?
Oh man, don't make me choose.
Heavy questions coming at you today.
I
I feel like it's a strategy game. I feel like you like strategy games.
I do like strategy games. It might be. It's tough because it's probably definitely not like one of the best games of all time. Like it's not like super popular. It's pretty popular, but Dawn of War 2 is one of the games that I just had some of the most fun with.
Really?
Yeah, it's so it's a Warhammer 40,000 kind of RTS game made by Relic, who's in town here.
Yeah.
And what you do is you have it's like an RTS, but it's a bit more small scale and intimate. Instead of controlling large armies, you're controlling sort of a few very small squads of elite units.
Yeah.
And it has some RPG mechanics. These units, they level up, and you can kit them out with all these special war gear and armors, and to really like customize how you want to play with these guys. So it's kind of like it's a little bit like XCOM, but real time.
Cool.
Because you're controlling and positioning matters an awful lot, and you're focusing very much on outflanking and supporting all of your squads together and capturing.
This is like tying right
objectives.
into why you love history so much, I think.
Yeah, a
You
little
watch
bit.
that those war documentaries all the time.
Yes.
Any more?
Yeah, Landra wants to know what your go-to munchie is, and Rita had just commented, if you like Scrabble.
First, I love Scrabble. I think it's a fun game. And favorite bun probably chicken wings.
Chicken wings?
Yeah.
The pint.
Yeah.
Wing Wednesday down the
Wednesday.
street.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Yeah, definitely
Ooh.
some a little spicy.
Eat those all day.
Yeah, right. And not even munchies, just like favorite food.
Yeah.
Wings.
Oh god, so
Love
good.
them.
On a weird side note, if you like Scrabble, look into Bananagrams. It's like a Scrabble race, and it's so good. Bananagrams.
And
look
the
it up.
casing is a banana.
It is. Yeah, it's a really fun game. Anything else coming in from the fans?
Thumbs up for wings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thumbs up, always thumbs up.
And
for
like
wings.
more classy comments, it's
Looking
good. It's good luck.
You got the beard, I got the bow tie.
It's a BB connection.
Now.
Yeah. One final question for you, from me.
Mm-hmm.
If you could sell your soul to the devil, let's say if you were selling your soul to the devil,
Right.
just assume you're going to do that.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
What would you sell your soul for?
Very deep questions.
It's a big trade.
What would I sell my soul for? I don't know. I just feel, I don't know. These are big questions.
Like the devil's standing right in front. You're like, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
I don't
Like,
know.
well, my soul's kind of alright. Maybe I keep that. No, I don't know. It seems pretty like maybe generic, like pageant answer, but honestly, like just a little less maybe like terrorism and awful things in the world. That would be
So
pretty.
you'd
great.
sell your soul for like world peace?
Yeah, why not?
That's
That
beautiful.
seems like a pretty good trade.
Super nice of you.
I don't know, like it.
I'd
like,
probably take money, but yeah, that sounds good.
Well.
Whatever.
I'm
You're too nice.
sorry.
Any final questions coming in before we wrap this thing up?
Deborah says you shouldn't sell your soul.
That's why I said if you were going
like
to,
it's happening.
I would
It's gonna
assume
happen.
I wouldn't make that trade.
Jesse also wants to know if you like Buffalo Wild Wings or Wingstop. Not sure what Wingstop is.
Those are, I'm pretty sure, American chains, and I've not been to either of them.
Oh, I see,
Yeah,
I see.
we don't get all that food up here
Yeah.
in Canada.
No.
Usually up here, it's just you go to a bar and they have their version of
Yeah.
wings.
Various sauces.
Various sauces.
Sauce.
Sauces.
Speaking of sauce, how's that drink?
It's good.
Good?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it.
Cool.
That's it. That's all. Thanks for tuning in to episode 8 of Drink with Devs. It's been fun.
It was fun.
Not sure who I'm going to have on next week. I'll track down someone and kidnap them for a lap sack over their head, drag them in here.
That's how you got me in here.
Yeah.
Also the promise of alcohol.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming on. And
Thank
cheers
you for having me.
to Pot Farm
Cheers.
and to
To
all
Pot
you
Farm.
lovely people. Got a little bit left.